Three back-to-back announcements out of Yuga Labs. Are the upcoming Reddit avatars a Gen wealth opportunity? And MetaMask burst the bubble on recent rumors. Welcome back to the Crypto Gorilla YouTube channel. It's the end of the week where we cover the biggest news stories you might have missed. As usual, none of this is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, and if you enjoy this kind of content, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? So the first story of the week is from Yuga Labs. They have been in the kitchen cooking, as we have three separate announcements from them this week. The most recent one is the next stages in the trial of Jimmy, which is the Mech reveal happening in April. So the need to know about this project is that the heavy metal boxes, which were received by playing the Dookie Dash game, are going to reveal into one of 8 different mech types. Now, the type is already predetermined based on your score, and I personally was not a fan of how they did this. If you hustled and you made it into the top 10, you have the same type as somebody who scored 230th. So I wish they had a ton more mech types, but maybe these scores will play a role in the future, as it is the ID of your box. Now, Nymus did put together this image on Twitter showing off a ton of different mechs and how they could look. And this is all going to be based on the evolutions you get by playing their game. You're going to have a workshop as seen on screen, and in this workshop you're going to be able to upgrade and evolve your mech. There's going to be a leaderboard where you can earn special abilities, which are going to improve your odds at finding blueprints, gathering materials, which you can then use to craft different upgrades. Now, if we look here, they also mentioned that every single heavy is going to be unique. They're all going to have their own personality, skills, and traits, and you will have to make decisions on how you want to upgrade it. It seems like the decisions are going to be irreversible, and although you can upgrade it however you want, they do mention that no mech will ever go against its nature. So I'm assuming there are going to be some sort of tactics on how you upgrade your mech. However, really exciting stuff out of Yuga Labs, and this was very positively received from the community. The second announcement out of Yuga was earlier this week. I did cover it on Tuesday, so I won't go too deep into the details. However, every single Otherdeed holder will be eligible to claim a vessel. These vessels are going to hatch into a brand new character called the Mara, who will have the utility of harvesting fragments on your Otherdeed's land. This did cause a nice pump in the Otherdeeds all the way to 2 ETH after tumbling after the second trip over the weekend, as some people were not impressed with what they saw. So really smart out of Yuga Labs to have back-to-back announcements right after their second trip. It's as if they were ready in case it wasn't positively received. They can just hit us with announcement after announcement. And to top it off, there was a third announcement in collaboration with Gucci. While we do not have too many details, in the tweet we can see it says this will blur the boundaries between the physical and digital. I, for one, am hoping that we get some Bored Ape Gucci merch. However, I have seen speculation about a cologne or a perfume. I am assuming this is because the tweet shows the "Don't Drink Me" bottle from the trailer. Other than that, we do have comments from Yuga Labs saying this will be a multi-year partnership, and the CEO of Gucci Vault also said that this would give their fashion label an active role in Otherside and 10KTF's continuing narrative. Next up, I want to talk about the upcoming Reddit avatars, because their Gen 3 collection is rumored to be right around the corner, and if you hit the right collection, some of these sells for many multiples compared to their retail price. So I've personally never bought any of these directly from Reddit. I have been asking questions in 2 different subreddits, which are collectible avatars and avatar trading. I'm going to link both of these in the description down below. But of course, it is Reddit, so when you ask questions, you mostly just get bullied. Now, from my understanding, you will need to purchase these on a mobile device. So if you have any interest in purchasing these, I suggest downloading the app and making an account before the event happens. You're also going to need to have a credit card already set up in either Apple Pay or Google Pay. Now, the NFTs sell anywhere from $10 to $100 depending on the artist that you pick, for which they have already announced over 65 artists, half of them being returning artists and half of them being brand new. Now, in order to find the artists that I think are going to be the most desirable, I'm going through both these subreddits that I previously mentioned, as well as looking on Twitter under hashtag Reddit collectibles. Again, I'll link this down below. Just be careful, don't click any scam links on Twitter. Now, no official date has been announced yet. There is a ton of speculation that it's going to be on April 1st as they kick off their April Fool's event. I'm also seeing people say it could either be stealth dropped, or some people are trying to compare it to the Gen 1 and Gen 2 collections, saying it dropped on a Tuesday or a Thursday at 3 p.m. Now, I personally think it won't be stealth dropped. I do think we're going to get a small warning. And the other thing you can do is try to find their contract on the testnet or on the mainnet to see when it is officially launched. But the main thing I'm doing is just checking Reddit multiple times per day, refreshing the shop and seeing if there's any mention of the Gen 3 avatars. Next up, the upcoming project Walt's Vault did do a pre-mint before their main collection. It goes by the name Ravendale, and it is a 928 supply collection. Now, the speculation about this is that it will give you Vault's list. I did speak to the team and they did confirm that that is the case. And I just want to clarify, in my last video, I mentioned that if you DM the account, you get some random riddle and it seems like it's a chatbot writing to you. However, this is not the case. It is indeed a team member answering every single person. So this whitelist is highly sought out. I do hear a lot of people talking about it. We did manage to lock down some spots in the Yuga Labs, and based on the floor price, which is roughly 0.28, you can see people's excitement to mint this. Next on the list, something I spoke about on Tuesday, MetaMask has come out and confirmed that the rumors of an airdrop or a snapshot happening on March 31st are completely false. Now, some people are taking this to mean that there will never be a MetaMask airdrop. I do not believe this is what they were saying at all. The tweet was specifically about the date of March 31st, and I'm definitely under the belief that an airdrop is still in the realm of possibilities. And for the record, the first person to ever talk about an airdrop was Joseph Lubin, who is the founder of Consensus, which is the company behind MetaMask in 2021. Next up, we finally saw the Y00ts migration from Solana over to Polygon. It went incredibly smoothly and the floor has been steadily rising. Now, today on March 31st, we will see their main collection DeGods migrate over to Ethereum. And along with the migration, Frank has been making a ton of noise as he has just purchased a ton of Ethereum collections such as Bored Ape Yacht Club and Azuki. Next on our list, we saw Magic Eden launch their very own Ethereum marketplace. This was well overdue in my opinion. It's kind of weird that they have an Ethereum launchpad where you can mint NFTs. However, you have to turn to one of their competitors in order to trade them. Now, this might still be the case as I'm personally not the biggest fan of their user experience. I do find their website is slow to load. They also mentioned they have a 2% trading fee on top of enforced royalties, so I'm not sure how they're going to fare against their competitors who have 0% or 0.5%. Now, either way, more competition is always a good thing, and all this comes after they just launched their own Bitcoin marketplace, for which I will have a tutorial on how to trade Bitcoin NFTs in the coming weeks. Next, in company news, NFTInspect was officially acquired, and they did tweet that they will be announcing partnerships in the near future. If you don't know NFTInspect, it's a great tool for Twitter analytics. You can check what the biggest projects are as well as who the biggest contributors are for each project. So they definitely have a ton of data at their disposal, and I am very excited to see how the product evolves over time and what kind of features they're going to be adding. Next up, we saw Disney cut their Metaverse division. Now, in my opinion, some of these articles are being way blown out of proportion. While yes, the Metaverse division was shut down, this was only 50 employees out of the total 7,000 that were let go. And I really doubt that this was the only Web3 division in the entirety of Disney. So it is very possible to still see a Disney collection in the future, whether that's a game, a PFP, or just collectibles. But all in all, it is very sad to see 7,000 people lose their job. However, with the state of the economy mixed with the advancements in artificial intelligence, I think this is going to become more and more common. Next on the list, we saw Ticketmaster launch their very own token-gated feature for artists. Now, this was developed in collaboration with Avenged Sevenfold, who do have their very own NFT collection, and they are the first to test it out. However, it will be rolled out for all other artists. Now, this is a great way to reward your loyal fans. You're allowing them to skip the line and essentially pick the seat they want at the right price for them and not have to worry about botters and scalpers. And I'm very excited for the day we see Ticketmaster adopt NFTs for their tickets across the board, as the technology makes so much sense. It would fix a ton of problems when it comes to buying tickets. If you're buying on the secondary market, you're going to be able to verify if that person actually has ownership or if they're selling you a copy they already sold to 12 other people. Artists can create loyalty programs, as they can now see who purchased a ticket and attended multiples of their shows, to which they can do things like reward them with signed memorabilia, give them backstage passes, or even upgrade their tickets. And this is also good for artists and events, as they're now able to earn royalties on the secondary market. Last but not least on our list, Nasdaq is looking to potentially launch their crypto custody service in Q2 of 2023. Now, I personally would never do this. I want to hold all of my crypto, but I do understand that there's people out there that this isn't convenient for. They don't want to have to store a password. They don't want to have to figure out a device. They just want to buy and sell crypto and for it all to be handled for them. So this is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of mass adoption. And it's great to see an institution like Nasdaq look to add this to their services. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching New Crypto Gorilla. Peace.